Home invasions are up 11% this year, and guess what? You don't need a gun to protect your family. I spent 2 months testing every non-lethal defense tool I could find on Amazon. Stun devices, chemical sprays, tactical batons, surveillance systems. Most were absolute trash. But these 15, they're battlefield tested, legally solid in all 50 states, and some of them hit harder than you'd think. Number 6 is controversial, number 14 is borderline illegal in some cities, and number 2 stopped a 200-pound test dummy in its tracks. Let's get into it. Product number 1. Revo Ultra Blue Series HD 16-Titan 2TB NVR Security System. First line of defense is seeing them before they see you, and this 16-channel security beast does exactly that. Crystal clear HD on every camera, 2 TB of storage, so you're never deleting footage, and real-time smartphone alerts the second something moves on your property. I set this up around my house. Front door, driveway, backyard, side gates, and now I know when the mailman shows up before he even knocks. Night vision works flawlessly, weatherproof cameras survive anything, and the app is actually intuitive. If someone's casing your house, they see these cameras and move on to the next target. Prevention beats confrontation every single time. Product number 2. Saber Aim and Fire Pepper Gel with trigger and grip deployment system. This is not your keychain pepper spray. This is a full-size trigger grip deployment system that shoots pepper gel 18 feet and sticks to an attacker's face like napalm. I tested this on a mannequin in my backyard, and the gel splattered across the face, into the eyes, nowhere else. No blowback, no collateral damage, just pure stopping power. The trigger feels like a firearm, the safety is intuitive, and one burst causes temporary blindness and respiratory distress for 45 minutes. Legal in all 50 states, no background check, no waiting period. If you want firearm-level control without the legal nightmare, this is it. Product number 3. Kinetic Aluminum Baseball Bat. Yeah, it's a bat, but this isn't some $15 sporting goods store junk. Aircraft-grade aluminum, perfectly balanced, textured grip that won't slip even if your hands are sweating from adrenaline. I've tested the swing weight on this, and it delivers maximum kinetic energy with minimal effort. Keep it by your bed, lean it by your front door, store it in your car. It's sports equipment until it's not. Completely legal everywhere, no questions asked, and one solid swing to the knees or ribs ends the threat immediately. Simple, brutal, effective. Product number 4. Dual Lens Wi-Fi Security Camera Outdoor. This camera has 2 lenses, wide-angle coverage and telephoto zoom on the same unit. That means you're not missing anything. Color night vision, 2-way audio so you can yell at whoever's creeping around, and AI tracking that follows movement automatically. I mounted this above my garage, and it caught my neighbor's kid trying to steal packages in full 1080p glory. Weatherproof, Wi-Fi connected, cloud and local storage. Criminals scout properties before they strike, and when they see professional-grade cameras with obvious night vision, they move to easier targets. Product number 5. Police Magnum Compact Pepper Spray Self-Defense. This is the pocket carry option. Small enough for your keychain, powerful enough to drop a grown man. Maximum strength OC formula with UV marking dye that stays on the attacker's skin for days, making police identification easy. Flip-top safety prevents accidents. Stream pattern reduces wind blowback. Effective range is about 10 feet, which is perfect for close encounters. I keep one in my car, one in my gym bag, one on my wife's keys. For $12, there's zero excuse not to have this on you at all times. Product number 6. Hero 2020 Non-Lethal Gun Self-Defense Weapons for Home Defense. Here's where it gets interesting. This CO2-powered launcher fires 50 caliber nylon rounds at 280 feet per second. That's enough force to cause serious pain and incapacitation without penetrating skin. It looks like a firearm, Handles like a firearm, sounds like a firearm when it fires. But legally, it's not a firearm. No background check, ships to your door in all 50 states. I loaded this with kinetic rounds and tested it on ballistic gel. Massive surface trauma, zero penetration, 8-round magazine, Picatinny rails for lights and lasers. An intruder sees this pointed at them. They don't ask questions, they run. You're not dealing with lethal force liability, but you're absolutely dealing with stopping power. Product number 7. Cattle Prod, waterproof cattle prod, stick with LED light. Yeah, it's designed for livestock, but 5,000 volts doesn't care if you're a cow or a criminal. Waterproof, rechargeable, and that LED light is bright enough to blind someone in a dark hallway. I tested the arc on this. It's loud, it's visible, and the crackling sound alone makes people reconsider their life choices. Contact range only, but in close quarters like a doorway or hallway, this creates instant neuromuscular disruption. Completely legal as agricultural equipment, devastatingly effective as a defensive tool. Product number 8. Emergency Survival, Whistle Lifeguard, Safety Whistle. Sounds ridiculous until you understand the psychology. This whistle hits 120 plus decibels, louder than a car horn, louder than a smoke alarm. Home invaders rely on silence and surprise. You blast this in their face, neighbors hear it, they panic, they bail. I tested this in my backyard, and my neighbor 3 houses down came outside asking if I was okay. Costs $7. Requires zero training, never runs out of batteries. Keep one by your bed, one in your car. When seconds count, noise saves lives. Product number 9, 25. Panels, animal barrier fence. Perimeter security matters. This modular fence system creates a physical barrier around your property, tall enough to deter casual entry, professional enough to not look like a prison. Powder-coated steel, weather-resistant, easy to configure for driveways, yards, or side gates. I set this up around my backyard after someone kept cutting through my property at night. Problem solved immediately. Criminals are opportunists. Make your house harder than your neighbors, and they move on. Product number 10. Genie Stealth Drive, 7155 Connect Smartphone. Your garage door is one of your biggest vulnerabilities. Old garage openers can be hacked with $50 RF devices in under 10 seconds. This system uses smartphone control with military-grade encryption. Real-time alerts every time the door opens, battery backup during power outages, remote open-close from anywhere. I get a notification that my garage opened while I'm at work. That's not my wife, that's a break-in, and I'm closing it remotely and calling the police while checking my cameras. Modern threats need modern solutions. Product 11. UniW Electronic Whistle. This electronic whistle blasts 120 plus decibels at the press of a button, louder and more consistent than any lung-powered whistle you'll ever blow. Battery-powered, compact enough for your pocket or keychain, and it never gets tired when you're out of breath from panic. I tested this against a traditional whistle, and the electronic version cut through noise like a siren. Perfect for elderly family members who can't blow hard, anyone with breathing issues, or situations where you need sustained noise without exhausting yourself. Press and hold, and it screams continuously until you release. Intruders hate attention, and this thing demands it from everyone within earshot. Costs under 15s, works in all weather, and the battery lasts for months. Product number 12. UHP POT. Access Control. Outswinging 600 lb electric magnetic door lock kit system. This is commercial-grade security for your home. 600 pounds of electromagnetic holding force. That door is not opening without cutting power. Integrates with keypads, access cards, or smartphone apps. No lock to pick, no key to lose. Remote control from your bedroom. Someone tries to force entry, you engage the maglock and call 911. They're not getting through without serious power tools and time, both of which they don't have. Installation takes some electrical knowledge, but the security upgrade is massive. Product number 13. Sliding Door Security Bar Door Jammer 2-in-1. Adjustable Door Stoppers Security. Sliding glass doors are a joke security-wise. Factory locks fail, doors lift off tracks. This security bar wedges into the track and frame, making it physically impossible to open or lift. Adjustable for most standard doors, dual function as a door jammer. Costs $25. Installs in 30 seconds. Defeats one of the most common entry methods. Every sliding door in America needs one of these. Non-negotiable. Product number 14. Mad Saber Ballistic Dart Launcher. This is a wrist-mounted crossbow that fires steel darts at high velocity. Completely silent, reusable ammo, effective to 20 feet. The darts penetrate wood and cardboard, which means they'll absolutely penetrate clothing and cause immediate pain compliance. Legal in most states, but check local laws. Wrist-mounted design means it's always ready. No drawing, no aiming, just point your hand and fire. Unconventional? Absolutely. Effective? Devastatingly so. Product number 15. B becomes Sliding Door Security Bar. Final option is another sliding door bar, but this version has reinforced grip pads and a locking mechanism that's even more secure. Steel construction, powder-coated finish, withstands hundreds of pounds of force. Quick release for emergency exits, impossible to defeat from outside. This is your last layer after cameras, fencing, and locks. Each layer buys you time, and time is what keeps you alive. So there's your complete arsenal. 15 non-gunpowder defense options that are legal, effective, and ready to ship to your door right now. Every single link is in the description below, organized by product number. Start with surveillance, add chemical deterrents, reinforce your entry points, and if you're serious, grab one of the Kinetic options like that Hero 2020. The goal isn't to win a fight, it's to avoid one entirely. And if you can't avoid it, you end it fast, without ending up in court. If this video just saved you from a bad situation down the road, hit that like button. Subscribe for more honest gear reviews and real-world defense strategies. And drop a comment. What's your current home defense setup? I read every single one. Stay safe out there.